Describe the purpose of Azure Policy. How do you ensure that your resource stay compliant? Can you be alerted if a resource configuration has changed? Azure Policy is a service in Azure that enables you to create, assign, and manage policies that control or audit your resources. These policies enforce different roles across your resource configuration so that those configurations stay compliant with corporate standards. So, how does Azure Policy define policies? Azure Policy enables you to define both individual policies and group of related policies, known as initiatives. Azure Policy evaluates your resources and highlights resources that aren't compliant with the policies you have created. Azure Policy can also prevent non-compliant resources from being created. Azure policies can be set at each level, enabling you to set policies on a specific resource, resource group, subscription, and so on. Additionally, Azure policies are inherited, so if you set a policy at a high level, it will automatically be applied to all of the grouping that fall within the parent. So for example, if you set an Azure policy on resource group, all resources created within that resource group will automatically receive the same policy. Azure Policy comes with a built-in policy and initiative definition for storage, networking, compute, security center, and monitoring. For example, if you define a policy that allows only a certain size for the virtual machines VMs to be used in your environment, that policy is invoked when you create a new VM and whenever you resize existing VMs. Azure Policy also evaluates and monitors all current VMs in your environment, including VMs that were created before the policy was created. In some cases, Azure Policy can automatically remediate non-compliant resources and configurations to ensure the integrity of the state of the resources. For example, if all resources in a certain resource group should be tagged with an app name, tag, and value of special orders, then Azure Policy will automatically apply all that tag in if it is missing. However, you still retain full control of your environment. If you have a specific resource that you don't want Azure Policy to automatically fix, you can flag that resource as an exception, and the policy will not automatically fix that resource. Azure Policy also integrates with Azure DevOps by applying any continuous integration and delivery pipeline policies that pertain to the pre-deployment and the post-deployment phases of your applications. So what are Azure Policy initiatives? An Azure Policy initiative is a way of grouping related policies together. The initiative definition contains all of the policy definitions to help track your compliance state for larger goal. For example, Azure Policy includes an initiative named Enable Monitoring in Azure Security Center. Its goal is to monitor all available security recommendations for all Azure resource types in Azure Security Center. So under this initiative, the following policy definitions are included. Monitor unencrypted SQL database in Security Center. This policy monitors for unencrypted SQL databases and servers. Monitor OS vulnerabilities in Security Center. This policy monitors servers that do not satisfy the configured OS vulnerability baseline. Monitor missing endpoint protection in Security Center. This policy monitors for servers that do not have an installed endpoint protection agent. So in fact, the Enable Monitor in Azure Security Center initiative contains over 100 separate policy definitions.